Hi guys, this is Eden. I want to talk a little about the drawing of the flower of life. What I really want to do is to inspire you, to show you tricks and maybe a different point of view on simple stuff. I mean, you see me drawing circles upon circles here. What is it, right? So the flower of life has many codes in it. You know, in 1995 in Africa, I was introduced to a giant book held together in a spiral, not printed in mass printing yet, you know. It was called The Flower of Life, and it was by Dronvello Melchizedek. Since then, Dronvello became a great spiritual teacher, and he wrote many books, if anyone knows him. But for me, just flipping the pages of this book and seeing really outstanding stuff was the beginning of my awakening. It was an awakening to a world that is unseen, the realization that we're not alone, and looking at geometry in very different eyes. A few years before that, I bought a Kabbalah set of books. It was 24 books and it cost me a fortune. And really, it was a fortune I didn't have. I mean, I think I was, 22 or 21, I don't remember when. But I was so urged to do it. And, you know, when you have an urge, an instinct, you gotta act. You just must, you must act on it, you know. It's a little different. No, I'll say it differently. It's very different from intuition. Intuition is something else. Instinct is something else, and just as significant. Anyway, so yeah, I was already reading the Kabbalah back then. Of course, I didn't understand much, but it didn't stop me from reading, and I was kind of looking for something, and I realized what I was looking for many years later. You know. Anyway, the reason I mentioned the Kabbalah is because of the flower of life. The flower of life is there, and also many other geometric structures. I mean, you know, everybody knows, for example, the tree of life, right? The tree of life, if you bring it to a 3D, it's our DNA structure. Interesting, no? So back to my story, if I have one, I have to see where it's going. So sometime, I think it was 2005, but again, time, whatever. I think it was 2005. I'm not sure, okay? It was after a very difficult car crash that I had. I found a 2-day Flower of Life workshop. It was in Colorado somewhere. And I went because I felt I needed some kind of healing, you know. I am unorthodox and far from mainstream when it comes to medicine for my body, you know. Anyway, in this workshop, I was introduced to some kind of a flower of life meditation. I gotta tell you, I didn't buy into it. with different breath work and blowing out stuff like creating bubbles, as if creating flower of life around you, you know. They were measuring your bubble aura, I hope you can have that picture in your mind. I mean, come on, it felt like how far your ego can stretch. Seriously, I mean, it just didn't do it for me. But you know, you live and learn. But I did take one thing from this workshop because it resonated, and because I checked it and it felt right. It was drawing the flower of life. So let me explain a little bit about it. The energy in the body has many access points and many outlet points. This is if you look at our body as an electric organism, but not necessarily only, okay? I'm not going to talk about the complexity of it here, because this is huge subject, but I'm going to point that your hands, the palm of the hand and the fingers are electric and has a lot of significance. If you look at the finger mudras, you know, the one that you see in meditations, the one that you see like when Buddha is holding his hands. So the finger mudras, for example, the positions of the fingers has a meaning. Each finger is a certain outlet of meridian line in your body. So this is just to point out, yeah. You know, there's a reason why people are reading the lines in the palm of the hand. It's because there's a great concentration of outlet of energy in your hands. Now, if you look at reflexology, which has to do with the feet, it's a map that contains all the organs in your body. So now, if I'll take it further, you know, feet, hands, face, and iris of the eye, these are all maps of your energy. So back in the day, I studied iridology, which is reading of the iris to define places in your body that needs attention. So yeah, I even had a certificate. I didn't continue with it because I thought that this science is incomplete. Well, that was in 2002 or something. So I don't know the evolution of this science and what happened with it. I didn't check. But if you look at it in a different point of view, you cannot massage your eyes, so who cares, right? Yeah. Anyway, going back to the flower of life. When you draw these specific circles, it shows you how you're doing energetically, specifically electric-wise. It really is. It's healing. And it is just like if you push a point in your foot, you feel the crystals that accumulated and caused blockages in that specific place, and you can track it back to the organ in your body. When you draw the flower of life, and any changes, so it works like that. So any change of the density in the circle, the pressure on the circle, any unnecessary movement of the hand, you will see what I'm talking about if you do it. Any deviation of the circles, you know, when you draw, when you start drawing the small circle, that's easy. But as you go out, you will see that suddenly, you know, two rows out, the circles suddenly doesn't fit. Yeah. So any of it shows your electric state in that you're in. But it's not only showing it, right? Who cares if it's only showing it? Diagnostics worth nothing without a healing solution. That's why I didn't like iridology. So here's what's beautiful here. If you repeat it, it clears out stagnant energy. It starts moving your electric energy and circulates it better. So if you do it once and you see that it looks bad, you do it again and again and again until you do it right. And the more you do it, the more you dissolve the energy that is not flowing. So yeah, I really think that especially today when we know so much about the electric body, which is the expression of our spirit, this is an amazing healing method and so simple. I mean, as you know, all you need is a compass, a pencil, and piece of paper. So I use a compass that fits lead only because I find it easier to make smaller and accurate circles with it. But you know, it's not necessary. So try it. Draw the flower of life over and over again and see how you're doing. Now the other thing is, as you can see me drawing, I'm drawing one size of the flower of life, and then on top of it, exactly double size of the same circle. So it's like a larger flower of life, and that has also meaning, which I'm not going to get into right now. Also, I want to point out that the image that I draw, the image that I bring out from the flower, so sometimes, you know, it's just for fun. I mean, look at what I'm doing right now. I mean, well, fun, but a lot of times it shows something, right? I mean, when you draw a picture, when you draw something, when you paint, it shows something from your insides. So besides imagination and besides fun and it shows something. So yeah, but a great deal of it also contains tons of knowledge. I'll talk about the seals and sigils and all kinds of cool stuff another time, but it is called Hermetica, Hermetica, and I've seen it working. It's a very interesting subject. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me talking and sharing with you something. And I hope you like what you're seeing. Right now, what turned out is Medusa head. I know many people have all kinds of different points of view about Medusa, but I can also look at it as just a face with lots of antennas, and also kind of like protective in a way. Yeah, I have so much to say, guys. You have no idea. Anyway, I hope you like it. Thanks. Bye.